Welcome back to San Antonio Living. I am thrilled about this next segment. It's something that's fairly new. It's here in San Antonio, and we're helping educate our kiddos on injuries and disease with the help of Dr. Steve Sear and Miss Leanne Sear, his wife. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
And we're talking about OsteoCore. This is the neatest thing. Fill us in on your amazing concept.
Sure. The OsteoCore is actually a comic that I created initially for the practice. We have a pediatric practice that we added to the clinic that I run. I'm an adult spine surgeon, but we added a pediatric division about 2 years ago. And in the process of creating the ideal waiting room, I wanted to create an environment where kids came in. We knew that they were afraid, just like all patients, they're afraid of what's going on, what they're going to face, especially children. A lot of these kids have had fractured bones and they're coming in for potential surgery, people with spina bifida, scoliosis, and I wanted to create an environment where the kids felt protected, empowered, but also give them knowledge, because knowledge creates a sense of peace. And so what I decided to do was to create a superhero waiting room, but not just any superhero waiting room. I wanted to create one in which the kids could learn. When they learned about the superheroes, they were learning about their own condition.
And you took it from a waiting room to a full-throttle story, maybe even one day to become a show or even a movie, a whole family based on your own family of helping kids understand maybe their injuries, diseases, how we can overcome it. And it really took a lot of thought into this. This is the first issue I'm actually holding right now, and it is a full-on comic book. How long did this take you?
It took several months actually to create. Initially I started with a coloring book, and in the coloring book I had the initial characters, the good guys, and then the first bad guy. And on one side would be a colored edition of that character, and below that describing their powers, and then below that their archenemies, the names of the archenemies. And I used medical terms and terminology so that as they learned about these characters, they also learned about medicine and science. And on the opposite page there would be a coloring book version that was empty. So it was a blank image of the image on the left, and that would give them the opportunity to color it while they learned. And then it evolved from there into a comic book.
You guys are taking a look at, of course, with the website, but an idea of the other characters. But you've actually made the characters come to life, and we are lucky enough to have one of the characters here. Will you introduce this huge guy in the studio?
Sure. This character, actually, his name is Cobalt Chrome, and Cobalt Chrome in surgery is the type of metal we use for joint replacement surgery. And he is inspired actually by my 5-year-old who loves the Incredible Hulk. And so when I created a character for him, his persona, when my children in the story get converted into superheroes by being exposed to a stem cell preparation that their parents are working on to eradicate and eliminate disease, and the 5-year-old becomes Cobalt Chrome.
What's up, man? I immediately feel protected. I do.
It's pretty impressive.
Now, Leanne, you being, of course, the mother of the family, the mother figure, how do you feel about this, knowing that, well, your husband's doing so good for the kiddos, but what is your role play here?
What is my what?
Your role.
My role here?
Which character are you?
Oh, Ann Cision. I was like, what do you mean? My character is Ann Cision, and I'm the scientist wife who helped Steve develop the osteogenesis serum, the Genesis serum, which ultimately what happens is the children accidentally take the serum and it spills on them, and they become superhero versions of themselves.
And this is great. Well, I'm glad we are letting everybody know about OsteoCore here on San Antonio Living, but I know that you guys are actually partnering with Texas MD Monthly right now to help spread the word also.
Yeah, Elliot Garza is a good friend of ours, and for years we have been in his magazine, mostly for my practice, the Orthopedic and Spine Institute. But as this thing evolved and became a real concept, Elliot came to us with the idea of creating more awareness for pediatric medicine. And he wanted to partner with the OsteoCore. So with Texas MD Monthly, we're now creating a Texas MD Monthly San Antonio and Texas-wide tour where we're going to bring our characters and the comic book concept to children in hospitals and other children-based charities so that we can increase awareness and improve the knowledge of the kids around the state for sure, and then hopefully eventually around the world.
Well, I know you guys are working on issue 2 right now. I'm looking forward to 3, 4, 5, and 6, maybe even a movie one day. Thank you, Leanne, Dr. Sear, for coming in. Help us spread the word about OsteoCore. You guys can get your Texas MD Monthly at HEBs, but of course we also want you to head to the website for all of your needs as far as anything that's medically related and the latest innovations in the medical world. It's texasmdmonthly.com. Also, OsteoCore.com for more information on the comic. Thanks for being here, buddy.